first practice was unbelievable. Just as a coach, you know, you want the guys to give you effort. You know, you want them to give you everything that they got, and so the attention to detail was great. The effort was definitely there. You know, they surprised me in that they didn't die at the end of the 2.5-hour practice. You know, we've been doing all summer. We've been able to do 2 hours a week, and so we've been doing 2 one-hour practices all summer long. And so the fact that they got through 2.5 hours and still had energy and was still very had something to give me at the end of practice was good to see. Day 2, they were a little sore, so the energy level dropped quite a bit, but you know, that's part of it. You know, it's an adjustment. You know, you're talking about having to practice with 7 freshmen, you know, and they've never had to do this at this level for an extended period of time. And so there's going to be an adjustment period for those guys. You know, we had the day off yesterday, so they'll come in fresh today. You guys should see a lot of energy. You guys should see those guys ready to go and compete. Very competitive bunch. Very competitive, and that's a good thing. That's a great thing to see, because that's half the battle right there. How much do they compete? And I feel good. I feel good about our team. Now we have a couple injuries with Mark. I mean with Kingsley and Justice, and so that takes away from our practice. You know, that those guys are integral parts of this team, and so. It's going to be good for me to see when those guys get back how the level should raise even more, you know, from them being out there. But happy with the energy level, happy with them listening and kind of picking up the things that we're teaching on the fly. And, you know, it's been good. It's been good.
Have you ever had a first practice with more than half your team as freshmen?
No. This would be the first time that I've experienced having this many young guys. I think I've been on a couple staffs. We've had up to 5 freshmen, but 6 on scholarship is the most.
What are the injuries that King and Justice have?
Justice has a stress fracture in his fibula, and so he's gonna be in the boot for another week or so, and then his road to recovery and coming back and being full speed is going to be a couple more weeks after that. And yeah, we should be fine by the time the season starts. He should be back full strength by then. That's the plan. That's our hopes. And Kingsley has a nagging ankle injury that's kind of been flaring up from time to time throughout his entire career, and so. It's one of those times where it's flared up, and you know, this time of the season, you know, you're more cautious than you are during the season. We need him, you know, at this time of season. You know, it's more important for him to kind of get that taken care of, and so he can come back 100%.
With King out, is there maybe a benefit in the sense that more your other front court guys are able to kind of get in there and get more minutes and give them more development in a sense?
Yeah. I mean, there's a little bit of that. You know, I just had a meeting with my staff, and you know, with Kingsley out, Marcus has to be more of a force in the paint. He has to do a better job protecting the rim with Kingsley out. He could, you know, with Kingsley in, then he's that secondary guy, you know. But he has to be the guy right now. You know, Grant Anasevich is getting a lot more reps with King out, with Justice out, because Justice plays some forward for us as well. And so, yeah, Justice Grant would probably be the guy that's getting the benefit of being able to do more in practice and get more reps in practice with those guys out.
Any pleasant surprises so far this week from you guys?
Pleasant surprises? I wouldn't say. I kind of had a good feel of what all of our guys brought to the table. You know, Juwan, I think, is one kid that stands out on the defensive end as being a little bit ahead of schedule, and it's always been his thing. It's always been his thing, even in high school, where he was the guy that took pride in stopping people and being a defensive presence. And so, you know, if you come to practice, you watch the defensive drills, you see that he has a really good feel. He has a really good feel. But I knew that. I knew that coming into the summer that he was gonna have that. So.
Anything else for Coach?
Just in terms of your system, you're going to put in a new system with this team that's different from what Conzo ran. How are they adjusting to that system?
Very well. We've been working on that from day one in the summer, and we've been working on our press and just picking up more full court, and they're making an adjustment very well. It's more fatiguing than just falling back into a man or falling back into a zone, but they seem to really like it. And what makes it work is when the guys buy into this is fun. Like, yeah, I'm tired, but the reward of getting steals, transition layups, the reward of speeding people up and turning people over, that's what makes it fun. And so, I see that they get excited when we do the segments where we're allowed to press, and so it's been good. It's been a very good adjustment.
How aware were you of Steph and Draymond coming in? Was this a surprise to you as it was?
I found out the day before that they were going to come in, and I was actually out of town recruiting at that time, and so I wasn't here in Berkeley when they came in. But it's great. It's awesome. And I know our guys were excited about it, and being able to play against those guys and kind of get a barometer of how good they really are. Playing against the top players in the world. It was awesome for those guys to come through. I really appreciated that they did that.
How did you learn that they were coming to?
I just got a call from one of my coaches saying that they're going to come in. Yeah.
I know that obviously you don't play against the Warriors every day, but you sense any sort of benefit of having a lead-in team so nearby, just from a morale standpoint?
I mean, it's as a fan of the Warriors, it's cool, but outside of those guys coming in and competing against our guys and picking up the level of open gym, because that day in open gym, it would have been a typical day of open gym if those guys hadn't showed up. The minute they show up, now the stakes are a little bit higher. Now the intensity level raises. Now it becomes a lot more fun and more beneficial for my guys. But they're in their season now, so we're not going to see those guys anymore. But it was cool that they were able to come by and kind of just raise the level of competition for that particular day.
Coach, Marcus said that Darius McNeil was he came in late. He had a bit of a crash course. How well has he done with that crash course?
He's picked it up very well. You wouldn't even know that he started later than everybody else. He's done a great job of kind of picking up, where just kind of coming in late and picking everything up and getting acclimated to everything. He's been great.
No, I know it's really, do you have any sort of sense for a starting lineup, or where are you in that whole process?
I'm not. No, not right now. And what we'll do is we'll have a couple scrimmages coming up where we'll bring in some refs and I'll get a chance to see what different lineups look like, how well they work together. Because at the end of the day, it's not about the individual pieces. It's about what five guys work together the best, to give us the results that we want. And so we're going to start doing a couple scrimmages, closed-door scrimmages, and just really looking at the film afterwards and just kind of seeing what it looks like and who plays well together and what the best combination of five guys are for us. So,
Thanks, everybody.
thank you.